Today I will be presenting some data overview on Peachtree Elementary. My name is Taima Pradhan and I'd like to welcome the leadership team. Today we have the administration at Peachtree Elementary, which includes the principals and the assistant principals. We also have a representative from each grade level, kindergarten through 5th. We have a representative from all support teams, which would be special ed, ESOL, special areas, and any other leadership member that would like to attend. Today I will be here to facilitate some conversations about data and state testing. The purpose of a data overview is to analyze state test scores from 4 consecutive years. We will be looking closely at our strengths and weaknesses as a school in the areas of language arts, math, science, and social studies in grades 3 through 5. My goal today is to look at each subject area and look at the grades with them. But before we do that, I'd like to look at our school first, the data that goes with our population. And this is what it looks like. As soon as you look at this chart, what sticks out to you is the Black, African, Hispanic, Latino community. It's pretty prevalent up there, and you can see that it stays pretty even from 2012 to 2016. And when you look down here at our male-female pie charts, it seems pretty even too. When you go on to the next slide, I've given you some numbers if you don't like percentages, and then a chart down here. So you could see kind of the makeup of our students over the last 4 years and what it really looks like. Again, you see the male and females, they're pretty even. And then the African American and Hispanic community, they seem to be about the same. Now, this is some detailed demographics for the last 4 years. Our special ed and ESOL population is going up just slowly. You can see that our free and reduced lunch has stayed about the same. And you can also see that our attendance is pretty good. It's at 96% every single year. This is our school mobility. It's at percentages, and you can see the trend lines are pretty similar between Gwinnett and Peachtree, although Peachtree is a little higher. And if you know our population, they're always moving around, with the Hispanic population and with the hotels around us. Now, this is some teacher staff info. What I did was, first I started with certified staff, okay? And we have 109 pre-K through 12, well, really it's 5th grade teachers. And then we have 5 teachers that are administrators, and then we have 6 that are support personnel. Now, it just kind of shows you that they're certified and how, the number of teachers that we definitely have. But the way that they are certified and the education levels that they have, I've given you that breakdown right here. From the 4-year bachelor's all the way to the 7-year doctoral, which is a high prestige to have. Now, this kind of stuff definitely makes a difference to our students. We also have race and ethnicity. And with race and ethnicity, here is the breakdown with our teachers. As you can see, we have mostly white teachers. Next up, I went ahead and did the male-female ratio. We always know that we're in the education field, we're in need of our male teachers. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our data. So we're going to explore 4 years of state assessments, and like I said, I went ahead and did them by subject areas. Let's start with language arts. Now, remember we have CRCT, which used to do reading and language arts, and then milestones. But let me go back to the language arts real quick. So the blue will give you Peachtree. because that's our colors. And then the red will give you GCPS, and yellow will give you state, which is kind of a peachy color. I kind of did that on purpose just to help you guys out. Anyways, if you want to see numbers down here, they are on the chart below, and it kind of helps you see how we're all doing. So as you can see on these charts, we're coming pretty close to the state, but we can't quite get to the county level yet. In 2013, we seem to have definitely gone past the state by about 4 points. And then we get to the milestones. This was a new test for us in 3rd grade in language arts. This is going to be the number of students that were proficient or higher. We definitely got pretty close to the state again. And then, in 15-16, we did get past them. So that's pretty good. Again, we didn't hit the Gwinnett County's numbers. And 4th grade, you kind of see some of the same things. You see that we're getting pretty close to state. Over here, we match the state. And then, again, 4th grade matches the state. Finally, in 13-14, we seem to surpass the state. Let's see how we did on the milestones. So the first year on the milestones, we did pretty well. We got pretty close to the state, but then in 15-16, we struggled a little bit. You get to 5th grade, and you see the 5th grade CRCT reading, okay? And then you see the language arts. We did really well in 2012. And then in 2013, we did okay. I mean, 842 and 841 is not that big of a difference. And then you get to the milestones. And again, first year taking it, 33.8 is not bad. And then 15-16, we beat the state by about a point. So in summary, if you look at the ELA scores, most of Petry's data is pretty close to the state data. We even outperformed the state a few times. And 3rd and 5th grade are definitely making some progress. In the areas of weakness, we have never outperformed the county in ELA. And if you look at 4th grade's data, they're definitely a little bit unstable. If you look at them right here, 843, 845, and then they kind of stay the same here, and then they go up high, and they go back down low. So I've got some questions about 4th grade and what's going on with their ELA. Let's take a look at some math scores. Look at 3rd grade. They're doing pretty well as far as looking at the state. Again, county, they're definitely outperforming. And look at, again, 3rd grade. They're doing really well, either matching or going past the county other than 2013-14. 4th grade, here we go. They did a pretty good job. Did really well on the CRCTs, and you get to milestones, and they definitely beat the state in that. Good job. Way to go, 4th grade. All right, here we go. Math. You look at these scores, and I'm asking myself, what were they doing right in the CRCTs? Because they're passing. Look at how close they got to the county level right here. And then something happened in the 15-16 year, but, it wasn't too bad. So again, if I look at my summary, I'm thinking to myself again, they're getting pretty close to the state data. We're not outperforming the state. We're outperforming the state, but we're not outperforming the county just yet. 3rd and 4th grade are definitely making some progress. And 5th grade scores, they seem to be decreasing. They went 856, 846. Here we go again. 38.9, 36.1. So that has me concerned. Go to science. We've got 829, 831 for 3rd grade. They're coming pretty close to the state. This one, they beat them by a point. And then you look at this one, and they're a little lower than the state. 4th grade did a pretty great job. They seem to be beating the state except for this year. And then 5th grade, They seem to have a little bit of an issue in 2013, and this 15-16 year, it must have been something happening during that year, and we need to figure out what is happening. So if you look at some of the strengths, we've outperformed in the following years, and third grade is definitely making some progress, but some areas of weakness, again, we haven't outperformed the county, and fifth grade science scores are not improving, and fourth grade was definitely making progress up until this last year. So you could see they, yes, they were definitely at stable here, and they did pretty good here, but then right down here, you're wondering what happened. All right, let's review some social studies data. Third grade, they made some leaps. They did a pretty good job. They actually beat the state 4 times, did not beat the county. Now look at this, 4th grade. CRCTs, the state got really close to the county. So that's telling me that test, something was happening, but, Peachtree, we didn't beat either one. And then you get over here and you see that Peachtree got pretty close to the county and beat the state. And then they beat the state here. 5th grade CRCT, we did really well on 2012-13. We got pretty close by about 4 points. And we're getting really close over here too. So similarly to other data, we are still not outperforming the county in social studies, and we are outperforming the state a few times. So let's discuss some things and talk about next steps. So we talked about Peachtree versus the state. Every grade level has met the state achievement scores, and when we do fall short, it's only by a few points. We seem to be meeting them where they are, but is it good enough? Do we want to go past that? Is that the goal? Is that the goal that we want for Peachtree? Think about it for a minute. Peachtree versus GCPS, the county. Throughout the 4 years, we have never outperformed our own county in English language arts, math, science, or social studies. We are part of this county, but they seem to be outperforming us. What are other schools doing that we are not doing? Peachtree versus our own. Kindergarten through 5th grade. We are Team Peachtree. Our students learn how to count, then they add, then repeated addition turns into multiplication, then division, then order of operation, and so on. We all represent this data, not just the teachers giving the test in the classrooms. How will each grade level, including kindergarten, how will each grade level help improve overall teaching and learning? Notice how I said teaching and learning and not the overall test, because the teaching and learning, the authentic teaching and learning, helps improve our data. So let's look at state standards to better understand what we are teaching, maybe DOK levels when we're giving out regular tests, conversation pieces, student accountability. Peachtree versus county. We're conducting demo days already within our school where we go observe our own teachers. I wonder if we can set up observations with other schools and teachers, or maybe if you have, conversations with teachers within the county that you're friends with, and let's get something going. And then Peachtree versus our own vertical teams. Do we need to have more meetings? When we're having our IB meetings, let's discuss more. Let's talk about our standards more. Let's talk about what's happening in other grade levels a little bit more. And I leave you with this quote. If you're a scientist and you have an answer, even in the absence of data, you're not going to be a good scientist.